on Sunday. I think it's the second, I think. Yeah. So we are heading into March of 2026, and the current heading news is that the US bombed Iran on, I think, uh, Friday, the past Friday or Saturday, I don't recall. So, answering the concern of the thumbnail I just used, are we full pudding on Monday? Absolutely not. My thought on this idea of reporting, just because there is some macroeconomic news which could cause the price to spike in one direction. Just following that alone doesn't mean that you're going to make money in long term. So you have to follow your procedure. So that is the reason why I'm here to share with you what I will be looking for in the upcoming NFP week, because it's the first week of March. So right now we are looking at the chart of GBP USD. You can see that GBP USD is looking very bearish, as you can see on the daily time frame. So we can reasonably expect downward movement. But before I go into that, we can first analyze the DXY and look from it from the fundamental perspective, and then from the technical perspective. So we know that DXY is currently in a range, but as you can see on the daily time frame, the price broke initially below this daily CB, which we annotated right here, and then again it displaced above it, even though it swept these highs and started gyrating above it. So what we can expect from this moment going forward is we have displaced above this bullish fair value gap and stayed in the upper half of it. We can reasonably expect higher prices from the technical perspective. So where can we go from this fair value gap towards what? So the first thing we can look forward is this buy side liquidity above right here. So these buy side liquidity are bound to be taken because they are the previous week's high. Even though they swept these highs right here, we will monitor the reactions off of it, but that is the current bias. And also you can see that there is a bearish fair value gap right here, which was created during January 2026. So it is bound to be revisited. So that is why my bias is bullish for the upcoming week. I'm expecting an open low and formation of a high, specifically towards this bearish fair value gap, and possibly even this January 2026 is high. So this is the previous week's high, or PXH, it's safe to call that. So that is what I'm expecting for the DXY. So we are going to use the prediction for the DXY to frame setups on the euro, pound, as well as the indices. So if we could screenshot this one, yeah, we are expecting higher prices on the DXY. So I just talked about the GBP USD. as well as the. So if we go to the euro, you can see that actually if we go to the watch list, you can see that the euro is the strongest one. So because it closed high, whilst the GBP USD just closed bearish the other day. So we can expect even higher prices on the euro USD because it created a very big bullish engulfing candle to the Thursday's daily candle, sweeping these highs right here. So I'm expecting higher prices even on euro, but the problem is no, I'm expecting actually low prices, sorry, due to the fact that DXY, if we are expecting high prices, so meaning it means that euro is likely going to stay in a range bound condition right here, or displaced also towards the sell side, listing below these lows right here. So euro is not the weakest one, meaning that it will not provide enough opportunities as compared to GBP USD, which are low resistance liquidity lands. So we can expect it to drop also, but not at the same magnitude as GBP USD. So this will be my most comfortable target if I were to target lower prices on the euro, because it is actually the strongest one, meaning that it wouldn't drop as low as GBP USD. So I will try to avoid euro unless it provides some swing point around here, this area, because you can see that we are leaving this Monday's high right here. It is essentially an inside week. If you go to the daily time frame, you can see that if we go to the weekly, you can see that it is an inside week. It is less likely to produce a bearish price action as good as euro, as GBP USD. So if we go to the NAS 100 on the daily time frame, how do I do this? So my annotations from Friday are still on, but I was expecting high prices. Even though I was stopped out break even, price ended up reaching the target, even though I didn't share it in the Telegram channel, which is this one, Ivan Trades Journal. You can check in it. I post daily trade ideas which I find using my trade model, which is Ivan Trades model, IVT model. So it's kind of challenging, but you can see how price swept the Thursday's low and closed the backside, but you can see that there is no other point of interest side of here, and there is some kind of trend line liquidity which we could annotate by using this line right here. So this trend line liquidity is bound to be targeted in the upcoming week due to the macroeconomic news, and we can expect even this November 2025 is low from 20, it can be also taken out. So I'm expecting low prices following this sweep of these highs, internal highs right here. Quick rejection. This is a clear V-shaped reversal. if you looked at it from a daily time frame. So I'm expecting some kind of an open high, which will be better if this high right here is taken out the Friday's high to continue towards this sell side. Use it as a resistance to continue at least towards these lows right here. They are some kind of relevant lows, but which didn't react from any specific key point. So I'm expecting price to reach at least this level right here, this sell side liquidity, due to the rejection of these internal highs right here. Remember, there is no any kind of order block or favor gap inside of here, so it is reasonable to expect price to reverse just sorry, from this internal liquidity which were raided. That is why I call internal liquidity raid. So I'm expecting low prices. So for me, I have no plans whatsoever for changing my strategy just because looking at the headlines. If anything, I will downsize my risks because I know I can be harmed more than necessary. My orders can get slipped because people who run these markets knows that there is a lot of people who will flock the markets just to seize that one in life opportunity, which is most of the case likely going to be a suicide rather than trying to make life-changing money. So that is the same for the S&P 500, even though it's a lot in the range which I do not like at all. I won't touch it at the moment, but you can see how price is using this favor gap which was created on Thursday 13th. It was used as a support right here, support. Even now the low of the day was created inside of this favor gap. So unless maybe if we sweep out, go back at the all-time high, which is the most unlikely, or we at least reach this low right here, I won't touch or do anything with S&P 500. So if we go to our good old gold, yeah, this all-time high right here is likely to be taken out in the first 2 days, if not in Asia. This all-time high, how do I do it? Current all-time thing. I'm not liking this at all. Let me just use PXH. This all-time high is bound to be taken out at least on Monday or Tuesday. If not, the war would have already ended. Trump would have said something in the means of just disengaging with their embargoes with Iran. So, but this all-time high is bound to be taken. The question is if I'm seeing any kind of structure inside of here to push price towards this buy side liquidity right here. Currently there is none. If you go to the daily, you can see how match up close. This candle is leaving these lows right here. I'm reluctant to do anything at all outside of this range because it is just an ugly price range. If you looked at it on the hourly, then you confirm this favorable gap is not complying at all. Wonder why. Let me delete it. So that is what I'm looking for. Overall, this week we have NFP incoming on Friday, so I'm trying to be as conservative as possible and wait. If I don't find anything at all on Monday or Tuesday, I will wait on Friday maybe to see if there is any setup, and if not, that will be my week done. So once again, if you're interested in knowing how I apply, I uses ICT concepts to frame narrative and find trading setups daily, I highly recommend you to check out this channel of mine right here, Ivan Trades Channel. Yeah, I think that's it, and I think I'd like to remind you, don't chase the hype, because there is a reason always why these market movers or headlines or some news comes in the weekend. It's just to entice you to think that this will be a one in a lifetime opportunity. It tries to, they are trying to fleece you just to go in the markets on Monday emotionally charged, just think that you will just be lucky, just think that you are going to make a strategy in your mind just to buy and hold or sell and hold. The market can do all of the crazy things that you can expect. Don't be surprised that gold will just trade it, because the people who already know, have insider information, have already priced in. Maybe it's just a way to entice you to buy the high, so that they can dump it just all the way through, because there is a lot of low resistance liquidity resting above and below these lows right here, which I'm not comfortable at all longing away from. If anything, if a high forms right here and I can respect it, a high maybe inside of maybe this bearish fair value gap right here, I can look for shorts. I don't care. So what matters is how you uses your strategy, which you have confidence in, to form trade setups. So don't be surprised if price just taps into this favor gap on the hourly and flips bearish, and you think, oh, I thought always in the war periods the gold just pumps all the way. So you just have to follow your strategy, and if you don't have one, maybe consider joining right here, because I'm trying to find my own. It's not the perfect one, but it works for me, at least for now. So thank you guys for sticking to the end. It's Ivan Trades, and I'll see you guys side of here or in the next video. If it helped you a lot in shaping the narrative on why market should do something in the next week. So by the way, if the market does anything towards my predictions or against it. Yeah, you can comment and tell me where did I get wrong, or I used the concept the wrong way, because I'm still learning just like everybody else. So thank you guys for sticking till the end. 7 trades, and I'll see you in the next one.